dollars in the Cadillac, grave digger. Money over on my install. Here lies young getting paid for. Never take a loss on my install. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my install. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the install.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. This one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Now Garoppolo throwing on second. It's caught by Garcon. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And some space here. Look at the dance and the juke. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first.
Well, if you're the team that has the ball, you're loving this series. No matter what you're dialing up, in the air, on the ground, you're getting big-time chunks of yardage. And right now, they've got that defense wobbling.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, all the way down at the 21-yard line. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Open space inside the 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there from 21 yards away. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gold now out to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing now is Mahomes. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey. That'll bring up 2nd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That one goes for 24 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Speaking of Kareem Hunt, his opener against L.A. this year, a little bit quieter than his opener last year against New England when he burst onto the scenes with 246 yards of total offense and 3 scores. But still, you're going to have to deal with Kareem Hunt all year if you're trying to contain this KC offense.
Yeah, it's a little more modest rushing total, 49 yards and 16 carries. Result was the same, though, an excellent road win. And you're right about that. You're going to have to keep your eyes on Kareem Hunt and game plan for him, because if you don't, he'll shred you running the football and catching out of the backfield. But his presence opened things up for Tyreek Hill, didn't it?
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Andy Reid, some say always unpredictable, and here he says we're going for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Throw left side complete. It's Harris. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down. Mahomes now on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down. On 1st down, Mahomes steps away to his left and avoids the contact by sliding. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They've got it 2nd and 4 to start things out. Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes. DeForest Buckner never giving up. He's able to keep working and get him for a loss of 12. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. And the kick by Butker is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it. Those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
The 49ers offense now. They work their way back onto the field. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw is probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. This is fielded at the 27. 1 minute, 53 ticks left to go in this first half. We'll come back here right after this. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Being chased out left. And his throw is incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in. Well, quite a few teams this past week in the NFL were playing with new quarterbacks, guys that have been in the league, but in a new uniform. And they had quite a bit of success. You noted some of them. Who'd you have down?
It's really incredible success when you think about it. Kirk Cousins in Minnesota, 1. Case Keenum in Denver, 1. Alex Smith with Washington, 1 at Arizona. Pat Mahomes, he started one game last year, but it was really a throwaway. His true debut on the road against the Chargers wins. And Tyrod, whichever way he wants it pronounced, got a tie with Cleveland. How about special category? Ryan Tannehill back with the Dolphins. He wins in their home game against Tennessee. And fear the beard. Ryan Fitzpatrick, what a monster performance on the road, beating New Orleans with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
And if you guys were worried, Brady and Rodgers, still pretty good.
Yes.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. It's Kelsey on the ground. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
This is Hunt. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. 15 yards. And the Chiefs are in for 6. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Butker now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Flushed out right. Looking for Garcon, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They run with Hunt. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Travis Kelsey, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left half, should be a fairly easy one here. And Butker able to put this one through. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Gold now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. So spinning away. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They run again with Hunt. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45. Slow. Ace.
Hunt gets it on the draw from Mahomes. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
But has that changed in a big way? The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
And going deep for Hill. That's caught at the 25. A gain of 39 that time.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. They'll run. This is Hunt. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On second down, here's Mahomes. This is caught. Watkins. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins for the Kansas City first. Now here's Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Mahomes now to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Butker now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Well, partner, of all the great things that we saw in week one, unfortunately, there was some bad. Quite a few injuries. And the toughest one, Delaney Walker, with that knee injury, he's gone for the year.
Yeah, and that's really, really difficult for the Tennessee Titans to absorb because in a lot of ways, he's their #1 target. He may play tight end, but he was the security blanket for Marcus Mariota. He'll be gone for the year. Greg Olsen with the Carolina Panthers, he left the game in a walking boot, but an injury of the same foot that was surgically repaired last year. And then there's some other injuries like Leonard Fournette with Jacksonville, Marquise Goodwin with San Francisco, Deshaun Jackson with Tampa Bay, Doug Baldwin with Seattle. And don't forget Keanu Neal with the Atlanta Falcons. He got hurt, came back, left again. He's gone for the season as well with an ACL.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd down. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Now he's flushed out right. And able to find Garcon. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Breida, and he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. Dancing to his left. And no, it's incomplete. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the ball's gonna be going back to the Chiefs. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down with about 95% chance of winning.
I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
Yeah, knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves them with 3rd and just a couple. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Mahomes going to go on fourth down. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Malcolm Smith. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. The best starting field position you could possibly have. First and goal from the 1. Now we give to the big fullback Juszczyk. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Kyle Juszczyk punching it in from a yard away. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Gold now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And Hill with it over the middle. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. That goes for a gain of 31. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Forced out to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And able to find a little space. He gets us up over the 15 to the 16. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Gets this one left side to Pettis. And down he'll go at the 25. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
That gets them the 1st down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
He's back to throw. Buying time to his left. Looking left sideline, incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He he's taken down. Allen Bailey in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory. And I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
11.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on the turnover. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start with Hunt on the ground, and he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he's brought down. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. And the 49ers going to take another timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. On the run, this is Hunt. And some room to work. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll run again with Hunt, and he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
A road win